Glad you are here. I'm hearing this amazing robin outside who is quite blissful. Whole lot of singing going on. Okay, Instagram, cooperate. There we go. All right. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with words of wisdom to start your day off well. And we have a cool card today. Good morning, Miss Jonelle. Glad you are here. Welcome. So it's from the Spirit Animal Pocket Oracle deck, and we don't often get this deck popping up, but there's just cool cards in here, fun cards. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. So we'll see what you all think of these cards. Had some glorious time in the garden yesterday. It was awesome. Clipping coupons. There we go. Yes, always a good thing. I got to get to the grocery store one of these days as well because I need lunch to take with me on Friday to take care of my little pumpkin. And I need lunch on Saturday because Saturday is our land walk day. I am really looking forward to this. Apparently it's tick heaven, but we'll tuck our pants in our socks and away we go. Do tick check afterwards and see what the land has to tell us about creating things. Yeah, so I'm excited about that as well. It's going to be a whole lot of driving this week. That's okay. Today is actually kind of an empty day. I have 2 or 3 meetings at the end of the day and not much in between. So semi-retirement works for me. So let us start with a little tapping and a little breath. And I think today I'm feeling a call. Let's run through all of the spots. And if words pop up, I'll throw them out there. Otherwise, we'll just do a silent round or two through the spots and see what we get. Leave tomorrow to Omaha. There we go. There we go. We'll have a safe trip. And if you can catch me on your phone, that's awesome. If not, we'll send you good juju on your trip. And when are you due back? Okay, so let's just do some rounds of tapping and see where we end up. And welcome to whomever else is here. So this tapping is just to clear our spaces, to open us up to receive, to bring things to mind that might need a little bit more addressing, etc. So side of the hand, you can do one hand, the other hand, you can do both. I like doing both. Might as well get more bang for my buck, right? So if something comes to me, we'll put it out there. Even though I sometimes hang on to things longer than necessary, I am willing to learn a new way. Even though things at times feel heavy and stifling, I am willing to free myself up. Even though I sometimes operate on autopilot, I am open to being aware. Inside corner of the eyebrows. I'm ready to receive new information. Outside corner of the eyes. I am open to new ideas. Under the eyes. I am willing to co-create my new reality with spirit. Under the nose. Good morning, Mel. We're just doing some tapping to clear space. I am willing. Under the mouth. I am willing. Collarbone. I am willing to create quiet time. Under the arms, like where your bra strap runs across, I am willing to create solitude. Around the crown of the head, I am willing. Take a breath. Let it go. Did you notice that breath was maybe a little deeper than the breathing that you had been doing? That's a good sign. That's a good sign. So our card for today, again, comes from the Spirit Animal Pocket Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And the art on these is just awesome. I mean, look at that deer with all kinds of things in the antlers, all kinds of sacred objects, right? So the card that we actually pulled is 56. So that'd be a 2, if you're into numerology. Good morning, Barb. Glad you're here. Welcome. It is Spider Spirit. Spider Spirit. And notice that there are some ornaments hanging on that web. Kind of an interesting take on things. And notice the heart on the back of the spider. It says, make your dreams real. Make your dreams real. And as I was reading this one, I thought, ooh, there's a lot of good stuff in here that really matches things we've been hearing, but it puts it in a little more of an ethereal sense, but also a tangible, earth-based, grounded sense. So let's see what you think. And this writing in this little book is big enough I can actually read it, unlike the other one where I'm doing this thing. So take a breath. Let it go. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. The Oracle message, weaving your dreams into the fabric of life, begins with a single thread of intention. And then Spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. I love that idea. We are co-creating with the divine, co-creating with God, co-creating with Spirit, whatever, however you conceive of it. I'm going to read that again. I really love that. Weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention, and then Spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and Spirit will take 10 toward you. For the universe is designed to support your dream living. Have you ever figured that out? That when you finally get off of dead center and do something, it can be a little something, all of a sudden doors and windows start to open, right? That's this. Spider Spirit arrives when you need reminding of the awesome power of co-creation with Spirit. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of the senses where they take form. So be clear about your intentions. And that doesn't mean you have to have it all figured out. It's going to be exactly like this. In fact, I think that gets in the way. But if you are open to, this is what I thank you, Gwen. I appreciate that. Spirit joins us as our co-weaving partner. Yes, yes, yes. If we're open to, this is the outcome I'm looking for, but I'm willing, this or something better. We haven't said that in a long time, right? This or something better. So, good morning, Beth. Welcome. Glad you are here. So, this is our opportunity to put the intention out there. So, I intend to create an intentional community. Notice, I'm not saying in this particular location with these particular people at this particular time. Sometimes that can be useful to have a little more clarity like that, but don't lock yourself in. This or something better. This or something better, okay? Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of the senses where they can take form. Doodle it onto pieces of paper. Whisper it in your dog's ear. I've got I'll show you. A representation for myself of what this is going to look like, sound like, feel like. Is it abstract? Yeah, it's abstract. Do I know what it means? Yeah, good enough. Good enough. All right. So be clear about your intentions and then act as if you have become the one who lives the life you desire. Act as if it's already accomplished. Thank you, Melanie, for putting that in there. Yep, thank you, Gwen, for putting that in there. I love that when you guys pick out what grabs you and put it in the feed, because then if someone is just looking at, do I want to take 9 minutes to watch this video? And they see some of the things in the feed, that can grab them and go, yeah, I want to watch this. I wonder what that this or something better thing means. Okay. So we're looking to share this wealth of focus with others, having people be in that place of creating intention. Good morning, Carolyn. A new little spider is sitting in the window listening with me today. Fabulous. Thank you, little spider, for showing up. This is good. This is good. But I love that idea of acting as if. Again, when I was working toward my Mary Kay car, I drove my current car at that time as if it were the Mary Kay car. And everybody always asks, was it the pink Cadillac? No, I didn't go. I wasn't at the pink Cadillac level, but there's 3 levels of car. So I was at the first level of car. And so I drove my current car as if it were the Mary Kay car and listened to things all the time. My favorite was Joanne Barnes, What You Talk About. What you talk about, you bring about. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Right? Another message of Spider Spirit is about any creative project you may be considering. Writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening, etc. Did some fun gardening yesterday. It was mainly just weeding, but it was also looking at things in terms of when autumn comes, what do I want to move where? What's ready to be split? Who do I want to, I know my brother's looking for plants, and I said, do not buy them. I will have them in the fall. It'll be fine. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through. So you become the instrument in God's hands. You become the unfolding of the creativity. You're the hollow reed for creativity. Throw some things out there. It's so fun. That's one of the things that I love about group dynamics is when you're talking with a group of people and you're saying, okay, I've got this problem. We usually call it a problem instead of this opportunity or this challenge, right? So again, the optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty, and the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. Where do you fall on that continuum? Where do you fall on that continuum? I am much more toward the optimistic end than I used to be. Much more. Life has shown me that when I set intention and I allow spirit to co-create with me, things unfold. Things unfold. Creative projects are successful now if you are so inclined. Let yourself be open to abundance. Let yourself be open to abundance. That's a beautiful intention right there. I am open to all kinds of abundance, all kinds of abundance. And then you have the perspectives of abundance on, and you'll see it everywhere. You'll see it everywhere. When you have the perspectives of lack, that's what you're going to see. Oh, I don't have this and I don't have that. And they've got everything and I have nothing. No, 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 no. Put on the perspectives of abundance. So this card deck is one of the decks where the orientation of the card makes a difference. Okay. So this came to us right side up, which is the part we just read. But I also think it's useful to read inverted just so that you have a sense of might there be some things in there for me that are useful? In this deck, they call right side up the oracle message and upside down the protection message. So here's the protection message. Are you expecting your dreams to weave themselves into reality? Are you stuck in the sticky web of weaving dreams but never following through? And follow through doesn't have to be, thank you, Gwen, I appreciate that. Follow through doesn't have to be, I see the whole path step by step laid out before me in glorious relief. I know exactly what I'm doing from here all the way to the goal. No, 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 no. It can be, okay, I see some rocks and some bumps and some curves and twists and turns and steep hills and all the things. I'll take one step. What's my next best step? Welcome to those of you who've popped on, but your names aren't in the feed. Glad to have you here. What's my next best step? And then if you find you are not taking it, it's too big. It's too big. Break it down further. Break it down further. It can be ridiculously small. Let me give you an idea. If I want to research, I'm going to make something up, hydroponic gardening. I want to research hydroponic gardening, and I'm finding I'm not doing it. I will open a tab on my browser. That's going to be my hydroponic gardening tab. Do I go in and search? No, I just open the tab. Make it, again, ridiculously small. I was working with a client yesterday, and that was the part we were at. Here was the goal we had set for her. She didn't do it. We don't beat her up about that, but we say, what is the next smaller step? If we take that step that you weren't able to do, how can we break that up into multiple steps? So I think with that one, I don't remember how many steps we ended up 4 steps maybe. So that step that was too big got broken into 4 little incremental steps, and she was pretty darn sure she could do the first one of those. So that's the kind of thing that happens in coaching. It's not someone cracking the whip that you got to be doing all this stuff or shaming you when you don't do it. We're human beings. We do get stuck. We do have baggage that gets in our way that sometimes we've got to clear out before we can move forward with things. So here's an opportunity, right? If any of you are interested in the stuff I do with coaching, check out my website. It gives you a pretty good sense of who I am, what I do. It's empowerment and purpose, all spelled out.com. Empowermentandpurpose.com. Check it out. So let's go back here to the inverted and see if any of this is fitting for you. The thread of intention isn't enough to make dreams a reality unless you do your part in the weaving. Doesn't mean you have to do it all by yourself, but it means you need to show up and do something. Show up and do something. That's mine was Nike. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And especially don't allow yourself to think about it. Your mind is a dangerous place. And if you spend too much time there, you're going to go around and around and around about all the pros and cons and blah, 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 and you're never going to do it. Get out of your mind and get into action. Take a step. Yes, accountability can be very inspiring. And when it's someone on the outside who doesn't have any investment in your life, it's your life. They can oftentimes give you perspective that makes you go, ooh, ooh, oh, and then you can get moving again. So coaching is really helpful when you're stuck, when you're feeling like you're stuck, because I will hazard a guess that pretty much 100% of stuckness is self-imposed. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so you're doing your part in the weaving. Spider Spirit wants you to know that your plans will remain ephemeral unless you commit to being productive and industrious, for Spirit will not do it all for you. But again, Spirit will show up tenfold when you do one thing. When you do something, Spirit will respond in spades. And again, keep in mind, it's in divine right timing, not Bonnie timing, not your timing, not Nancy, Gwen, Carolyn timing, divine right timing. So do your part, show up, do your work, take your baby steps, keep showing up, keep keeping the faith, right? We wouldn't even need to have faith if we could see the whole plan and know everything that we had to do. Then we could just execute the plan. Sometimes, I mean, this is a builder of faith. When we're looking at it, we're going, I don't know how the hell that's going to happen, but I'll take my step. I'll take my step and see what happens. Magic needs to be instigated. So begin to make your dream a reality by taking action today. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? You only have a limited amount of time. So if you could do this or that, which one will you pick? And that was actually really cool. I'm going to repeat this again. It came from the book Decisive, which is by Chip and Dan Heath. And the thing was to help people get off of that stuck point of waffling about, well, here's the pros and cons of this, and here's the pros and cons of this, but what about that, and what about this, and not making a decision. It was called the 10-10-10 rule. So let's say you made the decision. 10 minutes from now, how do you anticipate feeling? 10 months from now, how do you anticipate feeling about this circumstance? And 10 years from now, how do you anticipate feeling about this decision? Really, oftentimes by the 10-month level, we don't even remember we made the decision, right? But in the moment, we're all wound around our axle about making it. Try that 10-10-10. 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 years. How will I feel if this is the decision I make? And so you might want to do 10-10-10 for each of the options that you see as possible. Oftentimes, it creates huge clarity on what decision is right for you. Okay, what are you willing to sacrifice? Can you release your limiting beliefs? What's keeping you stuck? What do you believe that's putting the brakes on? Okay, Your dream is worthy of weaving. I love that. Can one of you put that in the feed for me? Your dream is worthy of weaving. Today is a day to choose one small step toward your dream. Remember, spirit is your weaving partner. You just have to be the first one to bring the thread to the loom, then continue to do your part. Just show up. Just show up. Sometimes that's all that's needed is just showing up. Just showing up. Your dream is worthy of weaving. And again, if you've got as Joanne Barnes would say, a big, bold, audacious dream, there's going to be that chatter in your head of who do you think you are? You can't do this. This is ridiculous. Come down to earth. You're not in reality. Blah blah blah. All the things. But take a breath. Let it go. I call mine the committee. They're sitting up there. What I say to them is, "Thank you, Gwen. I appreciate that." What I say to them is, "Thank you for your opinion. I believe differently." And I move on. I let it go. I don't want to give more time and effort to their chattering than to say, "Thank you for your opinion. I believe differently," and move on. Move on. Again, thinking can be the enemy in this regard. If you're talking yourself out of doing something that you know in your heart is a good thing to do, even if you're concerned you're going to fail, we fail forward to success. What did we learn? We've got Thomas Edison saying, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb." Go with that. I'm willing to fail. I'm willing to fail forward to success. Be willing. So I'm going to read that last line again. Remember, spirit is your weaving partner. You just have to be the first one to bring the thread to the loom, then continue to do your part. Amen. Hallelujah. All right. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Get out of your own way. Take a baby step. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.